Okay, so the red envelope, I mean, you've definitely seen it. It's pretty iconic.
Oh, absolutely. In movies, you see it in emojis everywhere around a certain time of year.
Exactly. But today, we want to look past the paper, We've pulled together some cultural histories to really unpack the specific Vietnamese tradition inside it. We're talking about Lickli.
Right. Which, simply put, just translates to lucky.
And that's really the mission for this deep dive, isn't it?
It is. The research all points to this not being just a fun way to get some cash. Lickli is seen as a tool. It's deeply rooted in wishes for health, for prosperity, and even for warding off bad vibes.
And it's very specific. You can't just hand these out for a birthday.
No, the sources are clear on that. It's a Lunar New Year protocol, period.
That timing has to be intentional then.
It creates this sense of importance,
Yeah.
The Lunar New Year is when the stakes, spiritually speaking, are at their absolute highest.
Speaking of high stakes, that warding off bad vibes part is where the history gets a little wild.
Well-
Okay, a lot. The main origin story we found is, well, it's straight up supernatural.
It is. We're talking about gods transforming themselves into bronze coins.
To fight evil spirits.
Exactly. The legend says that on New Year's Eve, these spirits would come out to harm children. So, as a form of protection, the gods became these coins, which were then placed under a child's pillow.
What a security system. Don't worry, the spare change under your pillow is actually a deity.
Hey, if it works, it works. And according to the story, it did. The coins kept the spirits away. That's really the aha moment for the whole tradition.
So it established this idea that the money wasn't just currency, it was a talisman.
A talisman. But obviously people aren't sleeping on piles of loose change anymore.
Which is where the red envelope comes in.
And that ties into a second historical thread from China's Tang Dynasty. In that story, a king used gold and silver placed inside red envelopes to protect his newborn prince.
So if you connect the two stories,
You see the pattern. The envelope becomes the modern vessel for that same ancient protection. The whole origin is about using physical wealth as a shield against intangible threats.
okay, so let's fast forward to today. The gods might not be turning into coins, but the ritual is still very much alive. The standard practice, the one everyone knows, is adults giving to kids.
Right. Grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, they all give these red envelopes to the younger family members. That's the standard flow.
But what I found really compelling in the reading was the reversals. It's not just a top-down thing from old to young.
Yes, that's such an interesting part of it. The flow of lucky money can go the other way.
Like when grown children give licks back to their parents.
It's a really beautiful shift. I
Yeah.
mean, think about it from the parent's point of view. When your adult child gives you lucky money, it's a gesture of care, obviously.
Of course.
But for the parent receiving it, it's also this huge point of pride. It's a symbol that their kids are self-sufficient, that they've made it.
Wow, that adds so much weight to it. So you're not just holding cash, you're holding proof that you did a good job. It's like a status report saying, Mom, Dad, I'm okay.
That's the emotional core of it, yeah. And then you have the rule for married couples.
Right, I saw that too.
They'll often give lie out to unmarried people.
Yeah.
It's a way of passing on good wishes for their future, whether that's in finding a partner or just general success in life.
So when you look at the whole system, it's so much more than a transaction. It really feels like a cycle of care.
It really is. You're protected when you're small, you prove you're self-sufficient when you're grown, and then you wish luck to those still on their way.
The sources admit there's no scientific proof that any of this actually generates luck.
Of course not, but that kind of misses the point, doesn't it?
It does.
It brings happiness. It connects this ancient tradition, the fear of spirits on New Year's Eve with modern life. It just works.
Well, the placebo effect of tradition.
Yeah.
And if it brings joy, it works. I'm all for it.
It certainly does. But, before we wrap up, here's something to think about.
Okay.
We started with that legend, the bronze coins under the pillow, fighting off evil spirits. Think about the specific symbolism there for a second.
The tangible fighting the intangible.
Exactly. We're using cold, hard, physical objects, metal, money, to fight these completely abstract fears.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, what physical objects do you use in your own life to keep your modern evil spirits, your anxieties at bay?
That is a deep thought to end on. Thanks for diving in with us.